I will murder your vibes.
Well, that's how we're starting the podcast because I'm not editing.
Not the vibe.
Hello,
They start.
hello, everybody. Welcome to the Just Like Dark Souls podcast. I know it's a great way to start off a podcast, a great series such as this, with Dylan saying he's going to murder people. God damn it, Dylan. Anyway, so I'm your host. I'm Steven DarkWing Carter, and we're here to talk about anime and video games. I'm going to let my co-hosts go around. Dylan, would you like to introduce yourself, you vile piece of human scum?
Unverified
No,
slut.
I would not. Not currently. I'm trying to fix this.
Well, that's all the introduction Dylan needs. Alright, David, would you like to introduce yourself?
It still isn't working.
Yeah.
Such a great co-host I have. David's so
What?
excited.
Right
later.
under pressure.
I was walking out of the door.
Oh my god!
Terrible at this.
I hate you two so much. I want you to introduce yourself,
These
goddammit.
vibes right now. These vibes are off.
I'm just vibing, dude.
David's real vibing.
There's that echo.
Chris, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
I would like to, yes. Obviously, my name is Chris. I'm a gamer. I had a gaming week this week. There's a lot of big news in the games that I play, and a lot of controversial stuff as well to go on with the games. Pretty interesting stuff.
Crazy.
Wow, I have an actual co-host. That's great.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you still haven't asked Micah.
That was getting to Micah. Hey, Micah, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm David, by the
Not
way.
really, but I guess I will.
I like
I'm
video
Micah.
games. I like video games and the Bible.
Wait, is David going?
I'm gonna fucking cry.
Oh my god. Child of God vibing.
This is my time to shine, David.
That's tough shit.
Alright.
Are we allowed to curse on the podcast?
Steven doesn't care.
I don't care.
You act like you curse already.
Fuck
dude.
you, David.
Okay.
Anyway, David, what have you been playing this week?
Nothing.
What's that?
Riveting.
You know exactly why.
I would
But
like
for
you to
everyone
say
else,
it.
That's illegal, Steven. I can't say that.
I know. Dylan, what have you been playing this week?
Minigame.
Fuck you. Chris, what have you been playing this week?
Oh,
Wait.
most people wouldn't consider me a gamer because I'm a mobile gamer, but
You're right.
I played 3 games, but 2 play a bit hardcore. I play Marvel Future Fight, Marvel Strike Force, or kind of the Champions hardcore, and Strike Force kind of casual on the side. That's what I've been playing. And on PlayStation, I'm a broke boy and a plus, so I've been playing Smite, wanting to kill myself.
Yeah. Micah,
I've played a lot of games.
Micah, what have you been playing?
I don't like you, Steve. Why are you so quiet?
Micah, would you like to turn your microphone up, please?
I can hear him.
Hey,
Yes.
you're quiet, bro. I'm Dylan's loud.
I'm kind of yelling.
Yeah, you're very
chill
loud,
out.
but
Sorry.
I'm just vibing over here.
I'm gonna cry.
I know with the vibe, you know what I mean? Going to church today, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Micah.
Go to online church.
Micah.
And Kanye's new album, Jesus is King, for the vibe.
Yeah, bro. He's one of the best Christian artists.
I need to listen to that.
Micah, you're still quiet.
I think you guys had.
You're very quiet,
Mikey,
buddy.
you were good a second ago.
Yeah, you were fine
You
a second
were.
ago.
Well, I don't know what you did.
Well, I haven't done.
Maybe go somewhere where your internet's better, my dude.
It's like his volume is like I can hear him saying words. It's just like it's really quiet.
I'm rocking.
Yeah, you would have to leave your rocking chair.
Oh my god.
Hold up, I'm gonna bring the rocking chair with.
Oh my god.
Technical difficulties on Micah's side.
This is a great start. This is a great start to the podcast.
Great first.
So we're now 5 minutes in
Yep.
We've accomplished nothing.
How long is
What-
this going?
Trying out here, dog.
I would think that we've accomplished quite a lot, actually.
Micah, turn your mic up on Discord.
Well, what? How? I'm a boom.
Are you doing it on your phone? Or are you
Oh my god.
I probably should Discord on my tablet.
Probably.
Probably.
God, Micah.
So,
just
Mike,
so everyone knows, if anyone ever watches this, Micah has a potato for a router, so
yeah.
Yeah.
As does Dylan.
Yeah, but mine's actually working.
yeah, but it's kind of weird because David has like y'all live in the same place, but he has better internet. It's kind of weird.
Well, I'm not home.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not home.
David's
Oh,
with
you're
me.
not?
On
I'm
campus.
actually not with you. Oh,
You're with me in
Yeah.
spirit on campus.
And he said, "Fuck you, Steven."
I know.
yeah. I'm
Doesn't-
actually about a mile and a half away from Steven.
Yeah, it's
He
wild.
doesn't feel you spiritually, bro. He said he don't feel your vibes. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I also
Vibes
don't
are
feel
weak,
my
dude.
vibes.
you're weak.
Weak vibes.
You know what else is weak? Just like Dark Souls. Anyway.
Oh,
Alright.
Alright.
You right.
I already don't like it. I already don't like that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll never say it again.
You can
That
keep
one
running
didn't
with
even
it
make
until you
sense.
find a new one, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
that's the plan. This podcast will change names 4 times before I'm done.
Micah, what
Oh,
is
a new
this?
message.
What happened?
Micah.
What Micah put in the Discord? Micah, stop.
Why?
I'm gonna ban you.
So you know what? They can't hear me. I'll just
Profanity.
I'll just post them.
Alright, so moving on. I played some JRPGs this week. I played a lot of Cold Steel 3. I booted up Apex for 5 minutes, deleted it,
Yeah.
then I re-downloaded it. So yeah, it's been my week in gaming. Cold Steel 3 is
Still have
really
it.
good.
Probably gonna delete it again.
Probably gonna delete it again. You're right. So next up, I think we should move on to some of the bigger news in gaming, and I'm gonna let Chris start off this with his mobile gaming news.
Yes, Pog. Okay. So earlier this week, for future fighting news wise, it was a big week because of the new update landed for the month. It's a bit late though, but it's here. Not only was it a big update, but they also released a big teaser for the next update of the future of the game and what it possibly could mean. But along with this update, there is a bit of there's a lot more negative than usual, especially on Reddit. But we all know how Reddit goes.
It's not a symbiote update.
Yeah, not a symbiote update, sadly. The reveal was not in David's favor for my boy here. Rip symbiotes.
Always going to be
But the
trash.
new characters, the Marvel Future Fight original characters from Asian descent, really brought out the people who hate colored people. So,
Huh.
yeah, it's pretty bad look for the Future Fight community right there. But the good thing is the characters look dope. They look awesome. Like many others said, you get an anime vibe from the characters. It's really cool. I think they're a really cool addition. Personally, I would like them to rework some of the older characters in the game, the OG actual Marvel characters instead of the original characters. But what it seems they're doing is
Yeah,
they reworked Rogue and Vision. David knows. It looks like they're reworking a couple of the old characters while adding more new characters, which is I'm fine with that. So as long as they keep that up, that'll be pretty cool.
the Korean company adds Korean characters to their game.
People get triggered. It's like, come on, dude. And people up here saying it's Marvel Future Fight. Well, yeah, there's the whole game is Marvel. It's okay if they add some original characters. It's not like they're bad. It's not like they don't look cool. Like, come on.
As a non-mobile gamer, I have no idea what's going on.
Hey, I've actually played the
Same.
Mike, I'm
From a
glad you're
company
here.
standpoint, I kind of feel bad for Netmarble.
Has the man figured out how to turn up his mic yet?
No.
Probably not.
I gave up on doing
Excellent.
I've never I've never hated you more. How dare you make me hate it?
Also for Contest of Champions, there's been some Kabam's been on a roll lately, selling some very bad deals. They've been selling some, what's it called? Selling power? How do you call it in games? Selling things that would give players a significant advantage in powers.
Loot boxes?
In power, which it's kind of funny because back when Contest of Champions first released, the mantra or code they would live by is to never sell power like other games, and yet here they are today selling power. So I'm interested to see why they're doing this now, because they are currently working on a new game releasing next year in 2020, Realm of Champions. It's a complete separate team that runs Contest of Champions, but see if that game will just simply overtake MCOC and but money hungry, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just run both and milk as much money as they can out of both of them.
I mean, yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do, but like it worries some of the MCOC OGs because this game has been out since 2015 and they put a lot of time and effort into this game, and for them to come out and make a new game instead of working on the bad stuff in the current one, it makes them kind of feel bad. But again, like I said, it's a different team. You can't really blame them. It's a whole different set of people working on a different game. So
nice.
Micah.
Micah,
Wow.
did you have something to add, Micah?
Am I louder now?
Oh my God, he's back.
Oh my God.
We can hear you.
Welcome to the bonfire, Micah.
Hey, leaving and joining back fixes everything.
Mood. All right.
You sound like a Skype call in 2008. What is up with this quality?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Might as well go ahead and say that I'm gonna try to work on the audio issue for next episode. And
I mean, you sound fine. So does everybody else. But Micah sounds like he's talking through a cheese grater or something.
that means I'm gonna take a baseball bat to Micah's fucking knees. That's how I fix the audio issue.
Easy
Hey
fix.
Dylan,
Yeah.
would you
Can I
like to
get
talk?
Discord on my PlayStation? Because that actually
No.
has an Ethernet cable up there.
No,
You could-
Micah.
Dylan, would you like to talk about some stuff in Bleach Brave?
What?
Would you like to talk about Bleach Brave Souls, Dylan?
Oh, Bob cut out for a bit there.
He did.
I'll wait for a bit.
Okay.
You've
All right.
done this twice.
That's not how this kind of works. But all right.
Pick
You
me.
know, I
Pick
said
me.
that because it's like a mobile game in a
Yeah.
mobile game sick.
Make Micah
I
talk
wanna
about it.
Micah, tell me
All right.
about Bleach Brave Souls.
Fuck the Halloween summons. They never give me what I want.
Mike was like, all I wanted was tits, and I didn't get tits.
And I didn't get a little of that either. I needed it.
You get anti-tit or tit. Gotcha.
I'm sad.
It-
I'm saying right now I'm going to save for the next banner, but I don't know if I will because I said that like last summon and I still ended up doing another summon.
That's
I have
not what
almost 1,000 orbs for the next
not-
band.
Would you like to talk about what the next banner is probably going to be?
You know, news?
It's gonna be the
You
Night
know,
of Demons one.
that's David who knows what the
Possibly.
next banner is going to be called.
Oh.
It's probably gonna be the Night of Demons banner.
There's
Mhm.
supposed to be a Halibel according to Dave.
Would
Maybe.
someone like to tell
possible.
the audience what the Night of Demons banner is?
The Night of Demons banner is something that they started doing last year, like a separate holiday in Japan, like about spirits and demons. So that
Spookiness.
they release seasonal characters, which are original designs on characters from the Bleach series, focused around spirit.
Just like Dark Souls.
Just like
Yeah.
Dark Souls.
Just like Dark Souls. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to change the name of this podcast. Anyway, so David, speaking of spirits, would you like to tell me a little bit about Death Stranding?
Yeah. So
Good lead-in, good lead-in.
the plot of Death Stranding is
Oh,
really
God.
complicated,
Is it?
right? Yeah.
His mic is a little bit goof for me.
So you just gotta put the.
Yeah.
So Norman Reed
Oh,
hmm
yeah. Norman Reedus.
stars as the main protagonist, and he is a delivery man.
Okay.
And he has to go around America making deliveries and making connections between these places to try and stop the world from being destroyed.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about what got announced this week for Death Stranding?
Oh yeah. So in the game, there Hideo Kojima has put cameos of celebrities and other people in the gaming world into the game, and this week it got shown that
God! That was loud.
Yeah.
You okay, David? Still there? Get
Huh?
shot?
no, I
Disappeared.
didn't shot.
Fucking
Got
baby.
stabbed.
Lost my train of thought. That was really loud.
That was very loud.
Okay, on to the next segment.
Conan O'Brien. Conan
There it
O'Brien
is.
gives Norman Reedus an and it lets him swim better.
I love Norman Reedus in an otter suit. So I do have something to say about this. It has been brought to my attention via the internets that this game is going to be a nightmare to ever try to get ported anywhere again unless Kojima puts something in those celebrity contracts. This game will die on the PS4, maybe PS5. Because
Possible.
no, it's there's a reason Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core died on the PSP. It was a really good
Never
game.
got ported.
Yeah, because it had a guy named Gak in it who had a falling out with Square Enix and said, no, you can't use my likeness anymore, so they kind of fucked the entire game over.
That just sounds like Gak is a dick, to be honest.
Yeah, Gak is a dick,
Yeah.
but any celebrity could do that at any time with this game, and then the entire game is up Shit's Creek. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's all I wanted to add there. I'm kind of scared for it. I think Kojima has planned around it. I want to say that he's smart. I want to say that he's thought out putting all of these fucking celebrities in this game. I don't think he has, but I want him to have. So,
Alright.
Dylan, you want to tell us about Outer Worlds on a broader note?
Well, it is a game made by the same people who made Fallout New Vegas.
Obsidian, yes.
Yeah, Obsidian. And Fallout New Vegas is widely considered to be the best Fallout game.
I agree.
So,
I like Fallout 2.
I've not played a lot of the Outer Worlds, but it is pretty fun.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
like Dark Souls.
Just like Dark
Just like
Souls.
Dark Souls. Yeah.
You want to tell us what it's
Yes,
about, Dylan?
Well, don't really know.
Alright, so the premise of Outer Worlds is that you're a fucking space
There you go.
colonist.
Yeah.
I don't own the game.
You could though.
We
you
could,
know.
but I don't have money. So, Chris, you want to tell us about Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Before David tries to steal my
Sure.
money.
I would like to. There's I haven't seen much on the game, to be honest, but I have seen a bit. Most of the feedback I get is a lot of mixed stuff. People have really the same feelings about it. They like hate it, but at the same time love the game. They feel like there's a lot of potential, but the number of things that make the game frustrating. It's just too much. Like the maps are way too big right now, and they don't have ground war in the game yet. Yeah, because Call of Duty has always followed this map design of 3-lane system, and they took that out of this game. It's huge maps. It has that Battlefield feel to it. You can kind of go anywhere, but
Battlefield, but it's not a Battlefield game.
Battlefield game because it's COD players. Okay, so and whenever they have something new they're not used to, what do? They sit in corners with claymores, and that's what all this game has been so far.
I don't appreciate you calling me out, but go ahead.
And I respect how you play Rainbow. Okay. That's the kind of game you do that, though, okay? That's the thing. Call of Duty has never been that kind of game.
This is true.
It hasn't.
That have been, like, shunned upon. So it's kind of... And now it's kind of the meta in this kind of game. It's a much slower-paced game. It feels like Call of Duty, but at the same time it doesn't. It's kind of a weird kind of situation. And the whole radar thing, and the beta, it wasn't there, but they decided to bring it back. But it's the weird radar because the enemies don't ping on the map when they shoot their gun.
Huh.
Because in past Call of Duties it would be like that. They will only show up if you call in some kind of UAV to show them on the minimap. It's not a huge problem because just the radar being back alone is huge for the game. It's something that they should never taken out of, and they noticed that. And spawns, we all know Call of Duty spawns, they're atrocious.
Yeah,
but
even on those big maps, they still manage to spawn behind you.
On big maps, people still are finding a way to just spawn trap and spawn behind people. It's crazy, and the whole balance thing too with weapons and equipment. It's a cool way how they made it for weapons now. I believe now you get a weapon with all the attachments on it, but you select and choose which attachments you want. So there's no unlocking or anything. It's pretty cool. You get the gun with all the attachments that come with it, and you get to choose what to put on, makes your gun better or worse. But a big complaint as well is snipers not being good at all because they're just way too slow.
They haven't been good in a while, honestly.
They haven't, and it makes a lot of people upset because Call of Duty is known for fucking quickscoping everywhere. You know, that's a lot of people enjoy doing that. You can't do that in this game.
But you did
the ADS is insanely slow.
You did send a clip earlier of how it feels to cross the street in the game.
It's hilarious, and it's the truth. This guy, this clip, he was checking the street. He's trying to cross the street, a map. And he's checking the street, see if anybody's there. And as soon as he crosses it, he gets shot from 5 different angles. From like, and the kill cam is just guys sitting in dark corners watching the street, waiting for someone to cross. And everyone's playing like that. That's how the game is. And then when he respawns, this is another overpowered thing. The Claymore's in this game. As soon as he respawns, he tries to run through a door. Boom, Claymore, he's dead. Claymores are extremely overpowered, especially because you can refill them with the scavenger perk, which lets you get more ammo and stuff. It hasn't been a while since you've been able to get equipment with the scavenger packs, and the fact that you can get Claymores with it is pretty strong. So people have been abusing that, and it's... I don't know. At the same, my opinion, honestly, I want the game. I'd like to try it just to see myself, you know, get my own opinion. But with what I've been seeing, it's a lot of mixed stuff. But it's still, the game's early. They're going to change stuff as they go, obviously. But we'll just have to see.
Who made this one?
This one was Infinity Ward.
Infinity Ward? Okay. I couldn't remember.
With their games.
No.
But, oh my god.
Yeah, it's sitting at a solid 80 on Metacritic at the moment. I think it's doing pretty okay. So the next thing we have... What's happening?
I don't know.
His mic has super static.
Yeah, I think that's Steven's mic probably because he didn't notice.
God damn it. Hold on.
No, it's going now.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
It's because I swore at it. I have that power. Our next news, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news, and I'm going to shit on both Bethesda and Blizzard back to back, as they have the biggest race to see who could be the worst gaming company of all time. So a couple of days ago, Bethesda announced for Fallout 76 that they're offering a premium player subscription called Fallout First. You could pay $12.99 a month or $99.99 for a year, and you get a bunch of perks, including like a personal server or something. You know, it's really scummy, it's really stupid. Their NPC update that they've been bragging about for like 3 months have already been delayed until next year. That's they keep fucking up Fallout 76, you think they just let it die.
I'm not a huge follower of Bethesda the Fallout games, but holy shit, I have been following how bad they've been lately. It's I don't understand. I really don't get their. I mean, I do kind of. I guess companies gotta make money somehow, but it's
I read in yeah,
anti-player. I don't know.
I read an anecdote today on Twitter, which was originally on Reddit, and it said that a Fallout First subscriber logged on to a public server and was immediately griefed by a bunch of players in teddy bear suits who were hanging around the level 1 area waiting for Fallout First noobs.
What the hell?
I do not support bullying, but that was funny as fuck.
That's hilarious.
It's so fucking funny. Anyway, moving on to Blizzard. So Blizzard in the past couple of days, in the past couple of weeks even, have been an extremely poor thing. But today, in an attempt to take away some bad PR, they announced that they're going to announce Overwatch 2, or the second act of Overwatch, at BlizzCon this year.
Lord.
Now, this is just speculation, but I don't think they ever had a plan to announce an Overwatch 2, and they rushed it to get something ready for BlizzCon to try to drown out the Free Hong Kong chants.
Did not know that. That's Overwatch 2. That's kind of. I don't know about that.
That's new.
I think it's a season thing, but they're doing Fortnite called theirs Fortnite 2, so I think they're copying Fortnite.
It's like Fortnite Chapter 2, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Chapter 2.
And another thing Blizzard did recently was Overwatch on Switch finally came out. It was basically unplayable. It was really bad. Nintendo, for the first time in fucking forever, apologized for a game and actually sent refunds.
It's the end of times.
There's never going to be a fucking Overwatch character in Smash after this.
Think we'll ever get something like that ever again.
No, I don't. I think Blizzard is kind of up shit's creek with Nintendo after all of this has happened. Google Stadia announced the other day that it is building up a vast catalog of exclusive first-party games.
They're fucking gassing the hell out of themselves.
Now, this is fucking hilarious because those games are gonna die on Google Stadia. And it's gonna be sad because even if those games are good, you can't get ROMs of them because they're streaming games. You don't download them. It's gonna be sad.
I smell a lot of cap from Google Stadia. I don't believe one shit thing they've been saying.
I don't either. It's so bad.
I don't believe anything what they've said they're gonna do is gonna fall through. It's a lot of negativity for me, but I don't expect shit.
Oh, I love negative latency.
It's too good. I don't see how it could work. I really don't.
Oh, I miss some
With all
Bethesda.
their,
I miss some Bethesda news. So Bethesda was trying to make a domain for a game. I think it was Fallout related. It might have been Fallout 76 related. They didn't buy the original IP domain for the game, so they had to go in and do some shenanigans to get the IP for their website back because they didn't buy the domain. The last bit of news I have here: The Last of Us 2 has been delayed until May because Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to eat everything in its path.
I don't believe that one.
I know it's gonna be delayed.
I called that shit as soon as the release date was announced and it was close to the 7 remake. I said they're going to delay it because it will lose sales. And
I think that's partially the case, but I also think it's so they can take more to make sure the game's finished. Unlike Overwatch on the Switch.
Did he say Twitch?
No, he said Switch.
Okay, it sounded like a T for me.
Yeah, that
Well,
might
you're
be
deaf,
part
so.
of it, but from the stuff I've seen, I feel like they've pretty much got it finished and polished. I think they're doing it mainly to save sales, and if you launch your game a little bit later in the year, it carries hype on over for the Game of the Year stuff.
Yeah, but I always believe that it's never a bad thing when games get delayed, because that means they have more time to not fuck up.
I understand that, but at the same time, it still scares me. Because I don't... Like, I'm not scared of it being delayed. I feel like The Last of Us 2 is already finished and polished, because Naughty Dog doesn't make games like that normally. The thing that had me worried was the initial release date being in Q1. I think Q2 is going to be a much better fit for it. And for my wallet. 'Cause I mean, there's like fucking 6 games launching within a week of each other. I couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Time of year, man.
Yeah. So the last bit of news, I'm going to end it on some good news. The North American port of Cold Steel 3 finally came over to the West on
Well,
Tuesday.
And that's good news.
It's very good news, David. The original game came out, I want to say, in 2017 in Japan. Cold Steel 4 came out in 2018 in Japan. So it's been very fun. I'm about 35 hours into it at this point. It's a really good game. Very excited to see what Nihon Falcom has in store for the rest of it. So that's all I have for news. I bit my tongue. That fucking hurt.
Neat.
What'd you say, Micah?
Neat.
Fuck you.
Got him.
That hurt my feelings, Steven.
That's kind of fucked up, Steven. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
actually, I
lie.
don't have you.
Yeah, you see, I know.
Anyway, speaking of Cold Steel, I just finished chapter 1. Pretty neat.
Sweet. How many hours into the game are you?
Let me check.
Because I was exactly
Minute.
20 when I beat it.
I doubt I'm exactly 20.
Yeah, you went faster than I did. This is going to be a long
A
ass
lot
game.
faster.
It's a long ass game. What is that fucking noise? Is there an alarm going off? Hold on. I don't know what that noise is. I'm gonna hope it's nothing bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, David, what are you going to be doing this week in terms of gaming and content?
What am I going to be doing this week?
Yeah, what are you going to be doing this week?
Probably the same thing I did last week.
That tells me nothing.
I don't have anything to play, Steven.
I am at 8 hours.
8 hours. That's crazy. I was at 20. Micah!
I'm probably just got a mobile
Yeah.
game, to be honest.
Well, yeah. Micah, what are you doing this week?
Work.
Er,
Bleach Brave Souls.
Yeah. Dylan, what are you doing this week?
Game.
The hate.
Game.
Play Cold
Oh.
Steel.
Okay.
Play that new Call of Duty game.
You have.
You know,
Oh, it's wild.
the usual.
Chris, what are you gonna be doing this week?
I am going to be prepping for the new month of content for Marvel Contest of Champions. I have to get ready for Doctor Doom and Mr. Fantastic, also known as Reed Richards. Ya boy, coming into the game. Pretty excited.
Yeah.
A lot of hype.
This week, I'm just going to be playing up Cold Steel 3. I'll be prepping for next week's podcast, which will come out roughly on the same day. I'm going to try to have this out by Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday the 29th, sometime on Tuesday. You'll know then. That's pretty much all I got in store for the next 75 hours is Cold Steel 3. I'm going to try to do some reviews. I'm going to do some reviews for Cold Steel because that Let's Play is probably never going to get finished because I'm a lazy piece of shit.
And you should probably finish your Dark Souls Let's Play.
Just like Dark Souls.
It's like Dark Souls. Yes, no, it is.
There it is.
Yeah. So everybody, I will see you again next week, same time, same place, back at the Bon. Hey, what? I was trying to do my cool ass outro that I've been working on. What?
Outro. So, I had suspicion when you were asking everybody what they were doing next week, and you completely forgot about the fighting game news, Steven.
Why didn't you bring this up in the news segment?
Hey, you should have.
You forgot
Yeah,
about
you
both segments.
Yeah,
Go.
Steven was talking. I didn't want to be rude.
That's true. Steven is the host, man.
New Guilty Gear's gonna be great. Yeah.
Yeah, Micah contributed.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, Reed. Let me beat your ass, Reed.
Alright, David, what we got in fighting game news? And then I'll do my cool ass outro.
Dickheads, man, I'm telling you.
I feel like you calling it this, Steven, makes it less.
Man, getting salty for not being.
That's the joke.
He ain't got no fighting game news.
Yeah, I am very salty.
The news, David.
Oh.
I actually want to hear this.
Dark Souls.
So, there was a trailer this month for the new Guilty Gear game coming out in 2020. Made by Arc System Works, and it revealed a fan favorite character, Axel Lowe, and they gave the man his pants back, which is pretty sweet.
That's a glow up right
It's
there.
pretty sweet.
The trailer has showed some gameplay of Axel and the other character that got announced last trailer, May, and it also announced there was going to be a playable demo for the game at Arc Revo America 2019 on November 26th in Irvine, California.
Ooh.
And the demo will include 6 characters, and 2 of those characters still haven't been revealed.
Spicy. Hell.
That's not it, by the way. I still got 3 more games.
Hell yeah.
So,
That runtime up, boys.
So another fighting game. There, all of these games that I have news for are made by Arc System Works, by the way.
Welcome to the Arc System Works podcast.
Third
Yeah.
Company.
I say that because Mortal Kombat 11 really doesn't have any news other than Ed Boon trolling people on Twitter.
Waiting for the all the new characters they announced to come out.
Waiting,
Yeah, like,
waiting for Kiryu and Tekken.
Waiting a whole year.
oh yeah, I completely forgot. Thanks, Steven, for reminding me. They're putting the director of Tekken, Harada, in the game in Tekken 7 as a playable character.
What?
Fucking cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to re-download Tekken 7.
just gonna.
Why?
It was pretty funny. I thought it was great.
I think that's awesome.
So, the next game I'm talking about is Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. It is a fighting game developed by Arc System Works. The rights are owned by CY Games. Grand Blue Fantasy is a mobile game, big in Japan. Right. And it's really beautiful, same engine as Dragon Ball Fighters. And it comes out, it is coming, its release date is February 6, 2020. And to be honest, I don't think the game is going to do that well,
Why not?
because there's a roster of about 12 characters, and because Grand Blue is more popular in Japan, so the sales are going to be a yikes. The game looks fun though.
Excited JPEG.
And in the for Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, it is a game made by Arc System Works that has crossovers with other video game franchises, right? So it's has crossovers with the Rooster Teeth series Ruby, along with the Persona series.
Yeah.
Persona, yeah.
Yeah.
And on June 7th of last year, they announced that Season 2 of DLC had been planned. And last month, they announced more of the characters that was in it, and it included characters such as a tank, a playable tank.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. As well as some more Persona characters, Neapolitan from Ruby, and Susanoo from Blaze Blue Central Fiction, along with their 2.0 update, which changes a lot of the game's core features. Now for the last one, which is probably the thing that most people are talking about in the fighting game community, were the leaks for the last DLC character of Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 2, which is from the Dragon Ball Super movie, Broly. It's Broly.
Wow. Yeah.
Boy.
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Super movie, really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there were some leaks from the Shonen video game Jump magazine about Broly and some of his attacks features. And it looks like he transforms in the middle of the fight by doing his level 3 super. And he's going to be a command grab character, which is really slow but does big damage. Kind of like the Dragon Ball Z Broly, which is already in the game, but better. There still hasn't been a release date or a trailer for Broly, but there have been screenshots that have been found. And that's it.
Some Broly.
Yep.
So I was,
That's it for
I was scrolling through
fighting
my
game news.
I was scrolling through my Twitter timeline while I was doing that, and I completely forgot Persona 5 Scramble had a new trailer, and that Persona 5 R comes out this week in Japan. So that being said, I want to thank you all for coming out. Eventually, I'm going to be opening a Patreon because y'all don't like watching my content, so you can give me money anyway.
Just like Dark Souls.
Just like
Just
Dark.
like Dark Souls.
There's a lot of problems, there's a lot of glitches, and it sure ain't worth what you're gonna pay for it. Just like Dark Souls. Anyway, same time, same place. We'll see you at the bar. Say again, David? I'm sorry. The podcast skipped.
Oh yeah, Dylan, you're kicked off the pod.
Oh!
Yeah, I think we should hold a special vote to see if we should kick Dylan off of the Bonfire podcast. I've changed the name already.
Alright.
One vote is enough already.
Alright, so I'm for it. Dylan, are you for or
I'm
against
for it.
yourself being pushed off?
Aye.
Said yes.
Well, Dylan,
Dylan said yes.
Dylan, I'm sorry to say that you have been kicked off of the Bonfire podcast.
Yep, in a landslide 5-0 vote.
Wait.
We're no longer on Total Drama Island.
Yeah, you are kicked off of Survivor.
Marshmallow.
It's like
We'll see you guys next week for the Bonfire. Have a wonderful week.
Not Dylan, though.